What's good, family? What's good? What's good? What's happening? What's happening? What we doing? What's happening? You hear me? Ah, man. Listen, y'all, I've been scrambling. You hear me? I ain't even gonna lie. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What we doing? Damn, what the hell is on my shirt? There we go. There we go. There we go. You hear me? What's good, family? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's happening? What's good? You already know, man. Let me get the trappers up in here right quick. You hear me? Let me get the trappers in the building. You already know, gotta get the squad. You hear me? What's good? What's good? Let me get the trappers in the building. Hold on. Let's see. We gotta get the trappers in the building. It ain't right if they ain't in the building. You hear me? It ain't right if they ain't in the building. 100%. It's inaccurate if I can't get the trappers in the building. You hear me? How everybody doing today? How everybody doing? How everybody living? Hope y'all had a blessed day. You hear me? I ain't gonna lie. Man, I had a lot going on today, man. I've been moving around, trying to get into my new spot. You hear me? It's just been a lot. It's just been a lot. You hear me? Listen. But you know, that's part of the game plan, you hear me? So I told y'all we was gonna do this re-up. So we gonna stick to that for sure, you hear me? Let's go. So let me get the trappers in the building. Let me make sure. Yo, why my shit ain't acting right, you hear me? Bruh. Yo, I've been running. When I say running, you hear me? But it's all good, man. How everybody doing? Let's start this on the right note. Let's start it on the right note. Let's get it on the right note. Hold on, y'all. Let me get the trapper because I can't do this without them. I can't do it without them. Maybe I could do it right here. All right, let's see. Man, let's get this going. I gotta get my peoples in here. You hear me? It ain't right if my peoples ain't in here. You hear me? So let's get my peoples in here. You know, it ain't nothing without the trappers, man. Y'all cousins. You hear me? You can't do nothing if y'all cousins ain't here. You hear me? You feel me? We can't do nothing if y'all cousins ain't here, man. You already know. So let's do it. Boom. There we go. There we go. Let's get them in here. And just like that, we ready to start trapping. Email sent, still no access to the Facebook group, so we ask that you give us 72 hours. Because there's a lot of people coming to the group, so you gotta make sure we get the people before you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that we trying to knock you out the group. We just gotta get the people before you. You know what I'm saying? So don't trip. We got you. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. It's all love. We ain't trying to keep nobody out. Shout out to my family, man, already. We got a super chat popping. The fam, you know what I'm saying? T. Frederick, you hear me? Shout out, salute the king. You hear me? Shout out Nolan Matthews, what's up? It's the re-up. You already know what we doing, man. Y'all know what we doing here, man. You know what I'm saying? We got the trappers in the building. Yo, I've been running today. When I say running, like just getting everything together in a new spot, it's been a lot, man. I've been half cocked, you hear me? But you know what? That's part of the game plan. I ain't even tripping. You hear me? So with that being said, man, what's good, man? What's good, family? How everybody doing? What's good? Somebody said, I hope you talk about Kodak. What you want to talk about? What about it? It ran up. It ran up. We ain't tripping on that like that, man. We ain't running behind nothing like that, man. You hear me? So listen, check it out, man. It's Wednesday. Y'all know when I do a Wednesday, you know what I'm saying? We call it at the re-up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know how we getting down in this joint, right? So with that being said, how everybody doing? Welcome to the trap. You hear me? Trapper attire is required. And if you don't know what trapper attire is, then you know you slipping. You did. So let's talk about some things. We're gonna talk about some things. We're gonna talk about some market movements today. You know what I'm saying? Sean John, I just got added to the face group through today. Salute, fam. Listen, everybody who, applied and, wanting to get in the Facebook group, look, that thing wide open. But it just take us some time. We ask that you give us up to 72 hours to get you in the group. And then we got you. It's love. Don't trip. So y'all already know before we get started, right? We gotta say this, right? You already know it's about to come through, you hear me? Listen, I am not a financial advisor or fiduciary. Everything that I say is only for education and entertainment purposes only. Know that with investment comes risk. You must be able to mitigate your risk in order to be a great investor. But if you are not capable of mitigating your risk, then what you need to do is consult with a certified professional advisor or fiduciary. What you will not say is Wall Street Trapper told me to do this or Wall Street Trapper told me to do that, because Wall Street Trapper ain't told you to do jack. I'm just here to talk a little bit about something and act like I know what I'm talking about. You heard me? That's all. That's all. We make our own judgments in this thing. We trap, man. You all right? So with that being said, again, how's everybody doing today? To my trapping family, how y'all doing? Pat, I see you. Ebony, I see you, Queen. You hear me? I see y'all. You feel me? Cleanups, I see you. To my Wall Street Trapper family, to my Trappers Anonymous family, I see y'all. It's love. I love y'all. I'm rocking with y'all cousins at the barbecue right now. You know what it is. You hear me? We gonna show them love. You hear me? Y'all already know. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just, I like to entertain. So with that being said, man, listen, we got a lot to talk about right now. We got a lot of things that I want to go over. We're going to get busy. So with that being said, everybody, let me know. Is this your first time trapping with me? Let me know that you trapping with me, right? If you've been trapping, if you look forward to trapping every week, let me tell you, salute to y'all. I appreciate you all for sure, for sure. Let's get this thing up to 1,000 people in here. Do me a favor, y'all know we always drop gems. We always do what we do, right? So what I want us to do is, right, do me one favor before we even get into the mix. Take this, send this to somebody, family. Send this to somebody. You feel me? Take this, send this to somebody on your Instagram, send this to somebody on your Facebook, DM this to somebody, message this to somebody, screenshot it and send it to somebody. I don't know, get on your other phone and just call somebody and say, yo, Trapper going live. It's the Rhea. We got the triple bean, we got the bags, we got the bacon, so we ready to work, you hear me? So yeah, I already know. So let's talk about a few things, man. So today was a great day in the market. Today was a great day in the market, which to me, every day is a great day in the market because like Jim Cramer always say, there's a bear market somewhere, right? So I want y'all to know a little bit about me, the Wall Street Trapper, and what my goal and agenda is for Trapping Tuesdays and the entire Wall Street Trapper brand, right? The goal for me, Dan the Barber, I'm tapped in, just paid for the course. Shout out Dan the Barber for the $99 super chat. I appreciate you, family. I love that, fam. I appreciate that love. Man, that's what we doing. Smash that like button for us, fam. Let's get it going. So my goal is not to teach anyone or to educate on how to get rich quick. That's not my goal. That's not what I'm here for, right? The only time I ever knew how to make quick money, I'm not gonna lie, is when I was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So what I am doing here is I want to educate us on how to properly be investors, right? How to properly learn how to analyze the market, look for deals, appraise the market, appraise a stock, right? Appraisal is the word I like to use, right? Because you appraise things that have value applied to it. You appraise them. You appraise houses. You appraise cars. You appraise jewelry. You appraise things that have value. You feel me? So my goal is to teach us how to appraise these stocks and how to appraise the market so that we can build wealth, not only for ourselves, but so we can build wealth for generations that follow, right? And when you think about the term building wealth, right, it's not something that's done overnight. It's not something that's done overnight, right? It's something that we need to do. But at the same time, what does happen when we build wealth is we think long term and we think about generations that follow us. Something I like to always say is we want to turn our last name into an asset. And before I go any further, Ezekiel Mungo, what up, Trap? Just bought your course Monday. I'm trying to plug all the way in. You plugged in, family. I appreciate you for the super chat, man. Oh, man, that's love. I appreciate that for sure, for sure. Shout out to everybody that's showing love in the super chat. Listen, we got 771 people in here. Let's get this up, man. If everybody send us to 10 people and one person log in, I mean, we can be at 1.5 thousand people in here, and that's love. If everybody in here like that, smash that like button. That helped me a lot on this YouTube grind. Y'all know what we doing, right? So let's talk about something. We talking about wealth. So before I even get into stocks right now, right? It's a few things that I want to do. Today. I'm going to talk about why this is the greatest time for us to build wealth. That's important. We're going to talk about stocks for sure. Y'all know that's what I'm here for. It's the re-up. So the re-up means we got to go harder, right? So I want to break a few things down for y'all. Not only am I saying that we need to learn how to build wealth, and this is a great time to build wealth, but also I want to break down some terms, right, that we need to know when it comes to building wealth, right? We need to break those things down, because what happens is even when you're trying to look at things on the TV or you reading things in the financial reports, because we love reading reports, you may see things like QE on the TV and you be like, what the hell is QE? What is quantitative easing? What is EPS, right? What is YOY? What is YTD? You know what I'm saying? What is current cash flow? So these are some of the things I'm gonna break down today along with everything else we're gonna talk about. So listen, I want y'all to be tapped in. You feel me? So everybody, y'all trapping me right now. How y'all energy feeling? Let me know, man. Let's talk right quick. Let's get it, man. Trappers, how y'all doing today? I put a dope post in the group today, and somebody say I feel like Trap be giving us the cheat code to the game before it come out. That's what we here for. That's what we here for. You hear me? That's what we here for. You know, that's my goal, is to implement my knowledge into the group, into the community. My goal is to create a culture and cultivate the minds so wealth now becomes the norm, especially through building stock, right? So let's talk about a few things, right? So first thing we're gonna talk about is I always gotta talk about the temperature in the market. We always gotta talk about the temperature in the market. So the reason why we always do Trappin Tuesdays after the market, but it's Wednesday, you know, this the re-up. But our reason why we do it after market, so we can analyze everything that went on in the market today, previous days before, and so we can bring that information back to the group, bring that information back to you all, so you all can take it and move forward, right? So the first thing we're going to talk about is, so today the Dow Jones is up 160 points today, which equals to about 0.61%. Not up 1% yet, but 160 points ain't bad overall, not bad. The S&P was up 40 basis points today, which was equal to about 1.2%, right? So you got to ask yourself this, like 1.2% is cool. So this is something too before I say this. The NASDAQ was up. The NASDAQ was up 140 points a day, giving it about 1.3, almost 1.4% just today. So let's talk about that for a second, right? Let's talk about that for a second. We talk about these points and these percentages in when you see the market go up. So one day you might see the market go down 200 points, and somebody might be like, "Yo, man, the market is on sale right now. Yo, the market down 200 points. Like, so I want you to understand something. 200 points is not even equivalent to 2%. Like, let's get that understood. Right? So what we need to understand is, how are these metrics gauged? Right? How these metrics are gauged, right? Because one of the things that we can mess our brain up is when we think the market is on sale and it's not really on sale, right? That's what we need to understand, right? And there's this beautiful thing if you're looking at, so shout out to my guy Ian and the Earning Leisure crew, shout out to my guy Mark. So one of the things they may tell you all about is this thing called a golden cross. Now, they're more traders than me. You know what I'm saying? I trade here and there, not really, I'm not gonna go crazy and be like, yo, I'm a trader. Nah, I trade here and there. I make a few dollars, I fall back, you know what I'm saying? I go re-up, I get the pack, and then I go back to trapping the long way. You know what I'm saying? But what we need to understand is this. There's this beautiful thing called the golden cross, right? So the golden cross is when the 200-day comes up through the 50-day moving average. That's like a perfect sign for traders. They love when that happens, right? They love when they see that. It's kind of like a time to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So when they see that golden cross happen again, so you have the 50-day moving average and you have the 200-day moving average, right? So this is based on, and one of the things I want to tell people, I told my trappers this before, right? So when you're looking at the 50-day and the 200-day, what I want you to understand is this is not necessarily telling you what the stock is valued at. This is necessarily telling you, more so it's telling you what people have been buying the stock at over the last 50 days and over the last 200 days, right? You with me? That doesn't necessarily tell you the value of something, right? Because if I take something right now, so, I would get down and dirty and say this, but so I can take something I'm selling in New Orleans, right? And I may get it for, 17 in New Orleans, but I might can bring it to Philly and get it for 12. And we just putting it out here, right? We just do it for 12. Or we might take the same thing at 17 in New Orleans and bring it to Gary, Indiana, right? And get it for 21. You feel what I'm saying? So it just depends on where you at. It's telling you what it's going to sell for. And I want y'all to just read what we talking about right there. Remember that, yes, price is what you pay. Value is what you get. Right? So I want you to understand something. When you're looking at these moving averages, right? This doesn't tell you the value of a stock. It just tells you, right? It just tells you, oh no, we'll never do that. We'll never do that, fam. You know what I mean? It just tells you what people are paying for a stock during a particular time. Y'all with me right now? We trapping. You feel me? It just tells you what people are paying for something during a particular time. Now, what does happen is this. If something crosses the 50-day moving average, right? Yeah, they taxing in Indiana. Yeah, get up out of there, right? So tell me, I want you to understand something, right? Now, if something crosses the 200-day moving average, goes goes under the 50-day moving average, what that means is that's a simple sign of what may be called a correction is in place. So a correction, we already know, is a correction is when a stock goes underneath 10%. Right? When it falls 10%, that's a correction. So we already talked about what pullbacks are, and we already talked about what sell-offs are. We're not gonna really dig into that because we did that a couple weeks ago. Check that out. You hear me? Yeah, I rock with a few people out there in Gary, Indiana. My guys out there, ain't gonna see no names, but I got a few real ones out there that I know. But what I also want to say is, so if it falls up under that 200, that 50-day, you know that the stock is 10% off its high, or the market is 10% off its high, depending on which one did what, right? Now, another thing is, if it falls beneath that 200-day, at that point, what we're saying is this has now entered bear market territory, whether it's the stock or whether it's the actual market. So if you're looking at the 50-day and you're looking at the 200-day, remember, you're not getting value. You're just understanding where the stock has been sold off at. But those may represent buying opportunities. Let me put that out there. If it falls under the 50-day, me personally, I'm like, whatever. But if you get up under that 200-day, now we talking about a buying opportunity. That's just me. Yeah, Jay, that's another live. That's another live, you hear me? So that's what we doing. So we got to understand that New Orleans in the building. Shout out to my hometown. What's good, family? I see you. Make sure we catch Master P tonight. Yeah, we got to rock with that. You did. So I want us to understand that. So understand that if you're looking at that 50 day and 200 day, those do not tell you value. They only tell you what people have been paying. Now, if you entering trading territory, right? If you entering trading territory, they love to look for that golden cross. That is when the 200 day rises and comes up in that 50 day, and now we setting new tones. So I wanted to put that out there. I hope y'all got a lot from that right there. Take that, man. Tell somebody, man. We 20 minutes in. We should be at 1,000 people easy, right? We should have way more than 355 likes, right? We should have way more than 357 likes. Let's get them likes up. Smash that, man. Let YouTube know we got a party going on over here, right? Because if you let YouTube know we got a party going over here, then they're going to let a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, flood in here. So let's do that, right? So another we're going to talk about is, so some of the big winners today, right? So some of the big winners today was Kodak. Everybody keep talking about it. People ask me like, Trap, I know you got into that Kodak. I'm going to be real. I didn't. I ain't had no parts of it. And I'm not the person that chased the hype. So I saw it. I was like, God, Kodak, what the hell? Right? And it ran up today 318%. I was like, jeez. Like that thing went crazy today. 318% in a day. That's crazy. 2,200 points over the last 3 days. 2,200%. 2,200% in the last 3 days. That's absurd. You did. That's absurd. But I want us to understand something, right? And I want us to, what I don't want us to do, and we all do our own thing. I ain't here to tell nobody what to do. But me personally, I don't chase trends. But what I do want us to understand is this, yo. This is what I want us to understand. Trappers, for sure, I want y'all to understand this because we're going to have a talk about this at some point. This is the pivot for everybody. So let me back up for a second, right? And I want y'all to, listen, we're going to get into stocks. We're going to get into, I just gave y'all some gems. I'm going to keep trapping them in. It's the re-up, though. We're going to be here for a little while. I want us to really tap in, right? I'm going to at least take y'all for an hour and 15 minutes today, an hour and 20 minutes. So I need y'all to tap in with me, right? So what I want us to understand is this, right? And this real talk. This era, not even era, this segment that we're in right now in the world, these last 3 months, from March until now, this is the reset. This is the reset. So what I mean by this is the reset is this. Yeah, we don't chase after nobody. I wasn't even worried about it, actually. So this is the reset, and we're going to get into Kodak, but this is the reset. Everybody is pivoting, right? And what people are doing is the smart people, the big investors. So one thing we do got to understand is nothing happens coincidentally, right? Nothing happens coincidentally, right? So I want you to understand this. The Ice Age, when that shift happened, it was a reset. Killed off everything that lived, right? And then the next wave, whatever that was, it was a reset. A reset is always violent, abrupt, and harsh. The reset is always violent, abrupt, and harsh, right? So check this out. The Industrial Revolution was a reset. Slavery was the reset. Just being real with y'all. Civil rights era, a reset. Every time we go into another era of this world, and when the world is pivoting, there's a reset that has to happen. We are now gearing toward a more technical world that we getting in, right? We're getting into a more technical world. Tech is the future. Pharmaceuticals is the future. I'm going to be real with y'all. Even though cryptocurrency still has a long way to go, essentially, it's the future. I'm going to be real with y'all. It has a long way to go, but it is the future. Boom, shout out to the 1K we hit, right? Now, to reset the world into something else, it can't be done easy and it can't be done smooth. It has to be hard, abrupt, and violent. I'm being real with y'all. So what happens is, and man, please don't take this wrong. So people are losing their lives. I ain't gonna lie, yo. I jumped off the porch in New Orleans in 1994. That was the most violent era of my life, between 94 and 96. I have never in my life seen this many people die. Like, for real. It's crazy, right? But I'm gonna be real with y'all. And please don't take me wrong, y'all. I'm telling y'all, don't take me wrong. Those people are casualties of war. I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna let y'all sit on that. Because I'm not shout out, man, prayers to everybody who lost somebody during this. I lost a few people to this. You know what I'm saying? But those people have already been added up, right? Have been added up into what has to happen for us to get to the next phase. It's on us to say, okay, even if I eat bad, right now, I need to eat right and exercise. I need to take my herbs. I need to do everything I need to do to preserve myself to get to the next level. You feel me? To get to the next era, what they trying to do. Right? I'm gonna say it again, man. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not talking bad on nobody. My prayers are out to everybody. Right? Man, my heart go out to, I lost close people to me. But these people are casualties of war. Right? These people are casualties of war. And this has to happen for the world to get to the next. This is a motive that they already have in place to get to the next phase. They know what the next phase is. The reason why they know what the next phase is because check this out. All right, so we're going to talk tonight. We're going to talk about this term called QE, quantitative easing, right? Quantitative easing. You will hear that word a lot in the investment world. So what does quantitative easing mean? So quantitative easing simply means, or QE, which you'll hear a lot of people say in the investing world, that's when the Federal Reserve or the central bank starts buying bonds and financial assets, something that it doesn't do often, well, at least with financial assets, to pump money into the economy to keep it from crashing. Jeremiah Young, shout out for the super chat, man. I appreciate that, family. Right? So quantitative easing happens. Yes, it is. So quantitative easing is a different form. So quantitative easing is what they're going to do to pump the market to keep it from going down. Now, we got to understand this. The United States is a service-based economy, right? Because of the Industrial Revolution, because we shift over from that, manufacturing and all that was being outsourced to China, something we'll get into, right? Yes, watch the banks for sure. So, because the United States is a service-based economy, service-based. China and other economies are manufacturing-based, right? Manufacturing-based. So a lot of manufacturers and all that, right? That's in other countries. So the United States is so service-based, they outsource all of that information. Remember, we're going to get into stocks because all this play a part. The term I wanted you to understand was QE, quantitative easings, right? Yes, so this is what happens. You're right, you can't QE forever. So this is what we're talking about. This is order to get them to the next phase. So this is what I want us to understand. And this is why we got to pay attention to what's going on, right? Because if you pay attention, listen to me. If you pay attention to what's going on, you can position yourself to be well in this new era that on the backside of this is where we're going to be at, right? So listen to me right quick. So check this out. Check me out, right? Check me out. Because the United States is service-based, if you pump all that money in there has to be a service on the other end. There has to be service on the other end to make that pump valid. But because there is no service, so one of the biggest services is real estate, right? Providing the service of real estate. But check this out. Companies like Google have came out and said, we are telling everybody to work from home to June 2021. That's a year from now. Let that sink in. Twitter, Google. These are people who have multi-billion-dollar facilities. Multi-billion-dollar facilities are about to just be empty. This is a sign that we in some stuff. This is a sign that things are about to get real on the backside. Because now what's happening is jobs that you thought were secure before will no longer exist on the other side. I want y'all to be with me right here because this is about to get into stocks. Pivoting. With the pay protection program, they just dumped another $1 trillion in the economy. Another $1 trillion. They just also gave you another extra $200. Now you can get $500 per dependent in your house. Married couples can get $2,400 plus another $500 per dependent. Listen, they pumping money. But listen, it's not for you, right? This is the distraction. I'm going to pump money for you on this level so big businesses can get billions to cross over to the next level. Mr. Wonderful, one of the dudes I love to listen to, he's a Kevin is something else. But what he said was, zombie businesses gotta die. Zombie businesses gotta die. We can't save them. You know why he said that? Because they won't be able to withstand life on the other side. They won't be able to sustain life on the other side. It's kind of like your boy from Rocky. If they die, they die. Right? If they die, they die. On the other side, they won't survive anyway. So why save them? So I'm telling y'all this, and now I'm not being a financial, I'm just being your big homie. I'm telling you now, everybody on here, check this out, yo. If you getting that PPE money, man, stop blowing that bread. Zombie companies, not zombie movies, family. Zombie companies, that's company that's dead. If you are getting the PPE, I know everybody about to fill out for it. If you getting that PPE, yo, now is not the time for you to be going buy designer stuff, family. Ain't no clubs open. Ain't no clubs open, fam. You can't even impress Shorty. You can't impress the queen. Queen, you can't impress him. Ain't no clubs open. Ain't no spots open. You got to take that money and learn how to invest it so it can be working for you on the other side. I'm being real with you because when they swipe the carpet from under us, when they swipe it, listen, we know one thing about this world. They are not going to give you $800 a week just to chill at home and not work. We got to understand that this world not even built like that. Shout out to Woo Lee for the $20 super chat. I appreciate you, family. We got to understand this not a gift from them. This is them saying, let me put this here. This the snake charmer. You know what the snake charmer do? And he woo the snake and he get the snake attention right here so he can snatch it from over here. That's what's literally happening. They're going to snatch from over here and put everything over there. And then when you go back, like, yo, we ain't got no job for you. We ain't got no job for you, fam. Unemployment gone. We ain't got no job for you. It's on you. Now you like, yo, I've been getting PPE for 5-6 months, and what I'm gonna do? We don't got no job for you. You know what I mean? It's on you. Figure it out. This is the greatest time ever to build wealth if you understand what's going on. If you got a 401k, then people letting you max the money out, take as much money as you want, up to $100,000 for 3 years until you got to pay it back with no fees involved. Listen to me, family. This is the time for you to be positioning yourself for the next phase. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to me, fam. We real talk. I'm just being big homie right now. On the real, if you running through that PPE, fam, you need to chill. If you got your 401k, man, max it out, take what you need to take out, and then start positioning yourself to learn how to make your money work for you. You got 3 years to pay it back with no fees, no penalties or nothing. If you can't take that money in this time and learn how to use that money to make that money back, the problem is not in the system. The problem is with you. So we got to stop blaming the system, start paying attention to the system, and start capitalizing off it. Because the only people that want to hear you complain about the system is people who ain't making no moves anyway. I'm not saying that the system ain't messed up. Please know that ain't what I'm saying. But what I am saying is we need to take advantage of the present. We need to take advantage of what's in front of us and move forward, position ourselves. The wealthy have, during this 3-month time span, 4-month time span, the wealthy have added 956 billion to their wealth. Well, it might be up to $1 trillion now with this Kodak play, because that was an inside play. You feel me? So we need to understand this game, whether it's stocks, real estate, whatever the case may be. You need to understand how to make money from your phone. You need to understand how to create a service-based business that we gonna need on the other side. You need to understand it. You need to understand how to do it. You need to be positioning yourself right now to be well on the other side, because this is what happens on the other side. Because they're printing so much money, the price of living about to go up. So what happens is, because they're printing so much money in the economy right now, it now costs more to live. Because the more money they have in there, right, the more money that's into the economy, the higher things get. This is why the dollar is now weak. Let's tap into something else. A weaker dollar now means gold, silver, and alternative cash goes up, which is why gold is now at an all-time high, $1,900. Silver going up as well. I told y'all 2 weeks ago, look into gold mining stocks. Trappers, I give y'all a stock. That stock is now up 22%. It's up 22%. I gave y'all a stock inside of the group last week. It's up 22%. On this YouTube live in Trappin Tuesdays last week, I gave y'all 3 gold mining stocks. Those stocks are soaring. Those stocks are soaring. Come on, man. Y'all ain't trapping with me tonight, man. I'm just blessing right now. Y'all with me right now? What? Let me drink a little water, y'all. Is we trapping or is we trapping? I'm just trying to find out. Is we trapping or is we trapping, trappers? What are the gold mining stocks? You got to go check out Trappin Tuesday from last week. We ain't doing it. Oh, my bro up in here, Mark. I see you, King. The Dog Knight. That's my guy, man. Me and Mark been vibing, man, for sure. You feel me? This is what we doing, family. This is what we doing. The other side is going to create. The other side is amazing, but we got to get there. And they putting us in position to get there, but we got to pay attention to what's going on. This about to be the tech revolution. The industrial revolution, this is about to be tech heavy. So everybody is pivoting. Everybody pivoting. So we got to understand, how do we pivot? And you don't pivot by spending all your money going to the club right now. You don't spend all your money buying Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy right now. You don't pivot by doing that. You pivot by understanding what's on the other side, what's to come on the other side, and you need to understand, how do you take yourself there? This is something I've been preaching lately. What I've been saying is, in your portfolio, if you listen, y'all know what's about to come. I'm not a financial advisor. Nor am I a fiduciary. In order to be an investor, you need to understand that investing comes with risk. Everything I say is for education and entertainment purposes only. Take none of what I say as facts. Take none of what I say as real as truth. I just like to talk a lot of stuff and act like I know what I'm saying. Think I'm pretty convincing. But if you want to be an investor, you need to learn how to mitigate the risk. If you can't mitigate the risk, you need to seek financial aid, whether it's a financial advisor or fiduciary. But the one thing we will not do is say Trapper told me to do nothing. You with me? With that being said, you feel me? With that being said, I've been telling y'all for a minute now, right? I've been telling y'all for a minute now. I'm going to answer that, Will B. I got you. I've been telling y'all for a minute now. No longer are the times where you need a portfolio filled with blue chip companies. That time is gone. The rules have changed. If you're a new investor, or if you have your, like people like me, I got my portfolio built, I'm going to create another one now. If you got one or two blue chips in your portfolio, that's cool. We call them OG stocks. You know, I did a series on that. OGs, Gs, and Young Bucks. You cool with that. But you need growth stocks, and you need stock that's going to be well on the other side. You feel me? You no longer need a portfolio full of blue chip stocks. That ain't it. Ain't no growth there. So what you need now is a portfolio, right? You can get the blue chips, one or two blue chips, three, maybe three. You pushing it. But you need growth. You need tech. That's what you need. You need growth. You need some tech. You need some AI. You need some fintech. Pharmaceuticals, if you understand it. This is where we need to be at. Y'all with me? All right. So somebody shout out to my fam. Shout out to Will. Will B asks how inflation ties into what's going on. So what we got to understand is with all the money that they're pumping into the economy right now, you won't feel it right now, but with all the money that's pumping into the economy right now, the dollar isn't worth what it was 5 months ago, right? The more money they pump into the economy, the weaker the dollar gets. Because the dollar is so weak, this is why you see gold soaring. This is why you see gold soaring. This is why you see silver soaring. It's also why you see Bitcoin soaring. Because people are understanding that they need alternative assets outside of money. It's a safe haven. What I want you to understand is this, though. Gold and silver, precious metals, are only wealth insurance. They're only wealth insurance. You put your money there to protect the dollar, protect your wealth, and then what happens is, as the dollar gets stronger, the price of gold doesn't actually go up. The demand for it goes down, but it holds its value. Gold is probably one of the only things that hold its value like that. So the gold will hold its value, but as the dollar goes back up, you won't need the gold. So you can now start back having value in the dollar, which it ain't worth nothing anyway. It's 25 trillion, 26 trillion in debt right now. But what happens is, as the value of the dollar goes back up, when you get a stronger dollar, the gold stays firm. It's your wealth insurance. So let's say if the dollar now just went all the way down and just collapsed, we got into hyperinflation. Then people who own gold and people who have assets are now the controllers of wealth. The person who has the gold makes the rule. So if you don't have no gold, if all you got is a job and the dollar is down, then your money is worth nothing. Ask Venezuela. It's called hyperinflation. Right? But if you have gold or if you have, assets, then when the dollar goes down, now the asset becomes the value and not the dollar. Y'all with me? Y'all understand what we saying? For sure. So let's tap into something. 3 winners today was Kodak. We talked about that. L Brands, Brinks. Now that was interesting for me because Brinks had a great call. So if you don't know who Brinks is, y'all know about Brinks, the armored truck people. So what they do, they are financial, they manage cash. Not only do they just have the big trucks, but they manage cash. I listened to their call. It was pretty dope. A cybersecurity company that I like that's on the come up is FireEye, right? They had a great earnings call today. It was pretty cool what I heard from them. Let me see. What? I'm not water. Oh, here you go, right. Hold on, y'all. Let me drink of that water, right? Drink of that water. I'll talk about Qualcomm. I own 200 shares of that. But FireEye actually did something pretty cool today. They had a great, I always wonder how you spend gold. Yep, that's how gold goes. So Fire Eyes up 6% year over year, which is good. So before we go into that, let me break down the term year over year. See, I told you I was gonna break some terms down. So year over year is this. If you measure the second quarter from this year to the second quarter of next year, that's year over year. A period of time from 1 year to a period of time the next year, that's year over year. Another term you will hear is year to date. Year to date means from the first day of the calendar year to this date. Two terms you're going to always hear a lot in the investment world. You need to know that. You need to know that. You need to know that. So I'm going to say that again. Year over year, you'll see that in the investment world. You'll see YOY. Anytime you see YOY, that means year over year. Year over year. Right? Hold on. Did I miss somebody just now? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I think I missed somebody. I don't like to miss nobody. The Last Jedi Titan. I like that name. You see the word as it is. Most just see it as the way they want it to be. Respect for sure, fam. We gotta learn that, put our vision into that, man. And believe it or not, I still got a lot to learn, yo. We were never supposed to stop learning. But I appreciate that, fam, for sure. So when you see the word year over year, that means from the first quarter, second quarter, the third quarter, 1 year to that same time next year. Right? Year over year. And then you'll see year to date, YTD. YTD, year to date. That means from the beginning of the year to whatever date it is now. So if you see year to date, if you see a company say year to date, we up 30%. That means from January 1st to today, they up 30%. If you see somebody say they up 30% year over year, and it's the third quarter, then that means from the third quarter last year to the third quarter this year, they up 30%. Y'all understand that? I need y'all to understand that. Trappers, y'all understand that? Everybody good with me right now? We trapping right now? We in our bag? Trap house jumping? Is the trap house jumping, man? Let me know the trap house jumping, man. Y'all know we got to put the trap house jumping. Put them scales in them, man. Them scales in them trap houses. Y'all know what we do. Shout out to everybody when y'all go and earn your leisure and y'all go to other platforms and y'all see me in the building and y'all throw them scales and them trap houses in there. Shout out to y'all for that, man. That let them know we in the building. You heard me? Y'all said, y'all know how we rocking, man. Y'all know how we rocking, you hear me? They know when we come through, they like, oh, that go the trappers. Smash the like button, man. Let's get this up to 1.5, man. Let's get it up to 1.5, you heard me? So what I like about Fire Eyes, so I'm in everybody knowing, I tell people all the time that CrowdStrike was my favorite cybersecurity business. It's a great business, great CEO. I don't fall in love with no business. It's one of the things we'll never do. We never fall in love with a business, right? Because we only here to make money. We ain't here to make friends. Let me say that again. We don't fall in love with no business. We only here to make money. We ain't here to make friends, right? The minute they start tripping, we on to the next one, right? So put that in your head, right? So I talk about CrowdStrike I like, and I'm mad at myself because listen what I did. I bought 200 shares of it. I looked at my account the other day and realized that I bought it for my daughter and I ain't buy it for my damn self. That really made me mad. So now, because I got my daughter in at probably $52, so I'm really heated about that. I'm not even gonna lie, right? I'm not even gonna lie. I went over there and y'all wonder why 200, because 200 is always my number, right? So I went to the thing, I'm checking, I'm like, oh, let me see what this CrowdStrike is, and I looked at it. I'm like, wait, where's my CrowdStrike? So I'm about to call TD Ameritrade like, yo, man, what y'all doing? Went to my daughter account, the 200 shares sitting in her account. And in my daughter for a second, you heard me? I think I got mad at my daughter for a second, you heard me? Oh, man, I done killed the trappers right quick. Hold up. I gotta let them back in. They about to be mad at me. I don't know how I did that, you hear me? I done ended their live. I'm tripping. Oh, man, they about to be sick. They about to be mad at me, you hear me? They gonna be like, Trap, man, you tripping. What you did? I know they going off right now inside the group, you hear me? But, man, I was so mad at myself for that, man. I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, somebody say who the cousin now. Nah, I'm good. I ain't tripping on transfer. That's my daughter, man. I would never transfer him, but I just was like, man, what? I'm talking about I got it for my daughter at probably like 52. You know what I'm saying? Because usually what I do is with her account, I go make a play with her account. My bad, Travis. I don't know how I did that here. My bad. I pressed the thing and I don't know. I apologize. Um, I don't know, man. I'd be so excited because usually some things in her account I'll buy for her and I won't buy for me, and some things I'll buy for me and I won't buy for her. And I don't know how I wound up getting her the whole 200 and not getting nothing for myself. You know why? Because I was being selfish. I was gonna buy for myself and wasn't gonna buy for her. And the universe played a whole dirty game on me. You heard me? So now I gotta let that, I gotta let that do what it do, and it is what it is. But it is what it is. Thoughts on Alibaba. Shout out to Bay Area Hot Boy for the super chat. He asked me thoughts on Baba. I think it's the best company you can own in China. If Chinese company, I don't got nothing against Chinese people. They ain't never did me nothing. They always show me love. The two that I have, the two that I know. You hear me? They always show me love. I don't got nothing against them. But the reason why I don't really mess with Chinese companies is because they be cooking the books. Shout out to Lufkin Coffee. My guy Troy from Marine Leisure, he know they be cooking the books. And the way China does their financial game is different from how America does. Yeah, I'm on Facebook and YouTube, yeah. And because they have different rules of engagement, I don't mess with Chinese companies, man. They be cooking the books, man. They be, they be wong-tonging the books, man. And I ain't rocking with that, man. You hear me? I ain't doing that. So we talked about that, but let's talk about Kodak for a minute. So Kodak made a pivot, man. It was a $2 share, less than a $2 stock. Man, Donald Trump said something, they about to make some generic drugs, the stock go crazy, right? And so I'm gonna just be real with y'all right quick, man. There's no reason why a company like this can go crazy like this. There's no reason just from this one thing. There's no reason, right? But this is what I talked about to y'all about the pivot and understanding. The only people who really knew about that was probably people on the inside. I'm gonna be real, because ain't nobody been looking at no Kodak there, man. I don't know what's going on. Oh, y'all. I must be getting too deep, y'all. I must be getting too deep. They got me freezing. Can y'all hear me? We good? I must be getting too deep. 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 Can y'all hear me? We good? We good? Yeah, we getting too real. Yeah, we ain't never had this issue, you hear me? We ain't never had this issue. Yeah, we must be getting too deep. Yeah, my bad. Let me pull back a little bit. Yeah, we don't want no smoke in the trap house. Yeah. So, and it's just understanding how this game being played on a different level. They pivoted, right? Because think about this. Kodak was a business that flirted with bankruptcy in 2012. The company's market cap is only $115 million, not billion. $115 million. $115 million. There's no way the stock should go from $2 to $30-something or whatever it was in that fast of that kind of news. All they said was, okay, we're not going to make. First of all, how you go from pictures to generic drugs? That don't even go together. You feel me? That don't even go together. You feel me? Pictures to generic drugs, that don't even go together. That's some insider stuff, yo. That's, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's a sign that people are pivoting and things are pivoting. So for me, when people ask me, am I mad that I missed that? Hell no, I ain't mad. Because first of all, I'm not mad at nothing that I ain't study on. You know what I'm saying? And second of all, what I do know about this game is wolves run with wolves. When sheeps try to run with wolves, they get ate. So I'm not chasing nothing that I ain't studied, because I ain't about to get ate. I'm not saying you gonna get ate. If you jumped in and made a killing, shit, I'm with you. But my rules of engagement is different. You feel me? My rules of engagement is different. My rules of engagement is I go to war when I studied to be in that war. Unless the war just run up on me and I ain't got no choice but to just, you know what I'm saying, sling it out. But other than that, stocks run up every day, man. It happens. So when people be like, Trap, did you get this? Trap, did you jump in that? Nope. I ain't had no parts of it, yo, because I didn't know that was coming. It wasn't even nothing I was going to be on the lookout for. My guy, Mark, he might know, but it wasn't nothing I was on the lookout for. It just jumped up out of nowhere and I saw it run up. I was like, man, I ain't even about to get caught up in that. I just turned the other cheek. You know what I'm saying? I just turned the other cheek and was like, man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want no part of it. I don't even want to know what's going on over there because I don't want to be tempting to get in there. So you got to understand what's going to tempt you. You dig? So because I knew, I was like, I don't want no parts of this. Because I ain't studied for that war, I ain't want no part of that war. So definitely somebody talking about that. I want to talk about that tonight. So another thing I do want to talk about is let me talk to y'all about Fire Eye and why I like it. They did something that was real cool today. They actually beat expectations a lot. Revenue went from 220, did something that a lot of other companies didn't do at all. They gave guidance, right? So guidance is when the company said, this is what we plan to do next quarter, right? So what they said was by the end of the year, is there still room from NXP, TSM, or SMH 100%? That's the future. It's always room for the future, fam. Always room for the future. My boy called me about Kodak. I said, hell no. Yeah, I ain't want no part of that, man. What happens is they gave an estimate for the future. They said by the end of the year, they'll be profitable. They'll be up to 915 million. That's dope. But what I really liked was they said they'll be averaging. So what happens was this. They went from -0, they went from -9 cents a share to -2% a share. -2 cents a share, which is good. What lets me know is they chopping debt down, right? They finding a way to become profitable. Hint, here's a gem. If you're investing in a business that's not profitable, right? If you're investing in a business that's new, most new businesses aren't profitable. I want y'all to know that. Say that again. Most new businesses aren't profitable. Amazon went 16 years before it became profitable. Listen to me. Most new businesses aren't profitable. But what has to happen is the business has to give you an expectation on when it's going to be profitable, right? Came from group to show love of my cousins. They fed cut off in a group chat. For sure, I got them back on, family, for sure, you hear me? So when you're looking at a business, if it's not profitable, you need to start reading what the in the annual reports and what the quarterly reports are saying about when they're going to become profitable. When is the estimate that they're going to become profitable? And what are the things they're doing quarterly to show you that they're going to be profitable, right? Trapping with the cousins from the group for sure. You keep freezing on the Facebook, man. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm giving too much right now. I think I'm giving too much right now. I'm giving so much right now to where I think they got me jammed up because I ain't never had this problem. So I know we just gotta work through it. You know what I mean? We just gotta work through it, family, because we here. You did. I told you it's the re-up. I do this for the re-up. Whenever you hear me say I do the re-up, I mean I gotta come with that work because I made y'all miss a day. So we smoking, you hear me? So we gonna keep going. Let's get this thing out to 1,500 people in here. So the CEOs, they should know when the profit is coming, when profitability is coming. So what they said was by the end of the year, they should be around a 225 million, and they should have they should have 24 cents a share earnings per share. Now that's great. So here's another word that you need to hear. EPS, earnings per share. Earnings per share. This is when the company takes the net profit. Excuse me, that ain't no COVID, y'all. You hear me? I'm going to the other side. I'm going to the other side, you hear me? We going to the other side, you hear me? You feel me? It's when you take the profit and divide it by the outstanding shares, right? So what happens is, and this is how they tell profitability in a bit, is this, when you look at EPS tells you exactly how much money the business is made. So let me give y'all a quick breakdown, right? Let me give you a quick breakdown. So let's say I had 10 shares of my business, right? And so shout out to King Supreme 21. Give me a second. Let me break this down. I'm going to answer your question because shout out for the $25 super chat. So let's say, oh man, my bros in here. Whole lot of game. Trap House jumping. Shout out to Earn Your Legion, man. Let me just stop what I was saying for a second. That's my bros, man. If you ain't here and you ain't catch Mark in Mondays, as usual, it's love. If you ain't here and you not following Earn Your Leisure on the gram, you need to be there. the bros, I told them when I first met them, yo, y'all changing the culture, yo. It's the Coachella of the financial industry, you hear me? So definitely, if you shout out everybody in here, man, let me get an EYL in there in the comments right quick before I keep going, man. Let me get an EYL in the comments right quick. All my trappers in the trapper community, let's get an EYL, because you already know the bros show love, man. They show the trappers number love. So let's get an EYL, right? Appreciate that, man. Let's get an EYL in here, man. Yeah. Let's get the EYL in here for sure, for sure. That's the bros, man. That's the bros. So what happens is when you look at earnings per share, let's say this. So let's say I got 10 shares of my business on the stock market, right? And so my shares may be $10 a share, right? So my shares are $10 a share, right? So I got 10 shares on the market. My shares are $10 a share. How much is that? $100, right? Now, that don't mean I got $100 profit. But let's say I only profit $1 a share. Then that means I got $10. So that means my company made a $10 profit, right? So EPS tells you how much profit a company makes per quarter, right? So if a company makes 24-cent EPS, right, then that means if they got, now somebody got to do this because I ain't no mathematician. If they making 24-cent EPS and they have 100 shares on the market, then that's how much profit they made that quarter, right? So anytime you see EPS, you take that number, multiply it times the company's outstanding shares, and that'll tell you how much profit that company made that quarter. Man, I just roasted y'all just now. I just give y'all games just now. Y'all didn't even know that, you hear me? I know that. But that's what we doing over here. That's what we doing over here. We just giving game. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me? So anytime you looking at an earnings, now I really just told you how to look at an earnings report. I really just showed you how to look at an earnings report and see how profitable the company is. Thank you, fam. Said $240. I just gave you game on how to look at that. So you see a company say this company has made, they estimated $8 earnings per share, but they made 15-cent earnings per share. You can take that 15-cent, go see how many outstanding shares that company have, and when you see how many outstanding shares that company have, you multiply that whatever cent times those earnings per share, and that's gonna show you how much money the company made this year. The great part why I like Fire Eyes, because they gave guidance. Literally, only 10% of the businesses that have been given earnings calls this year, this quarter and last quarter, have gave guidance. Because the first thing they say is, we don't know what they expect. So if a company can give that kind of guidance, that means that management is tapped in, which is why I personally like Fire Eye. I personally, listen, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a fiduciary. Investing comes with risk. In order to be a great investor, you must first understand how to mitigate your risk. If you can't mitigate your risk, then you need to seek financial help. Rashad from Ari Leisure is a financial advisor. He may can help you. I can't. Everything that I do is for only education and entertainment purposes. I just like to talk stuff and make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. I really don't know nothing. Shout out to my guy from Early Leisure with the $99 super chat. Man, we setting it on fire here tonight. I told y'all the re-up always go hard because I made y'all miss a day. The re-up always go hard because I made y'all miss a day, but we trapping, you hear me, Bo Stevens? So, EPS, we know what that means. That's what it is. EPS. That was game right there. So we talked about quantitative easing. We talked about EPS. We talked about year over year. We talked about year to date. We talked about that. We talked about that, right? Right? So another thing I want y'all to learn about that is this. It's a thing called current cash flow. Current free cash flow. What this is simply saying how much money, how much cash a company has and is generating profitable in this quarter. Why they say the word current. So here's another gem. When you're looking at a company, and you looking at their report and you hit a term current, that means right now, within now or the 12 months within that expansion. When you see the term overall, that means or just assets or just free cash flow, that means everything they have. overall. But if you see current, that means within now and the next 12 months. That's another gem. Take that, stuff it in your pocket. If you're a woman, you know y'all like to put it in your bra, tuck it, make sure it's good, use that for a later time. You feel me? You feel me? So we took those 5 terms. So let's dip, man. Let's talk about a few other things that happened. Now, this is major. I told y'all we're going to tap in tonight. Now, this is major. This is major. This is major. No. We good, man. We good, right? I got to drop some gems in them from, you know, I ain't even have that one in the coach, you heard me? The year to date, the earnings, the quantitative ease, and I ain't even had that in there. I just gave him some game, yeah, for sure. But check this out. So this is some major things that's happening right now. One of the things I want to talk about too is a sector that I like that nobody not really on right now. People not talking about it, but Trappers, I give y'all a solar stock. And right now it's currently up in the last 3 months. I gave it to y'all in the beginning of March before the pandemic happened. It's currently up 162%. If you don't know what it is, I'll put y'all in it. Go look up the solar stock I gave y'all. I'm going to give it to y'all right now on the strength. Right? I'm gonna get you on the strength. Is the ticker symbol RUN? The ticker symbol is RUN, but Sunrun is the company. I didn't buy 200 stock shares of it. I literally bought like 75 shares of it. In the last 3 months, the company is now up 75%. I mean, in the last 3 months, it's up 162%. I told Trappers about it on our Wild Out Wednesday when I told y'all invest in a business that's outside of your comfort zone. Right? I gave you all that stock. I said, this is a company I like. It's outside of my comfort zone because I'm not really into the energy field, but I understand what's ahead. We got into it in early March, and right now we up 162% just in the last 3 months. So with that being said, Travis, if you tapped in when I said that, you up 162% just on that one stock. And they got people over here crying about being up 8%. What they talking about? We do 8% in our sleep. If you're a trapper. If you're not a trapper, then 8% sound like a lot. But if you're a trapper, you got Winnebago, you got Crown Strike at 51, you got Run 162% ago, you got Amazon, you got Chipotle, I say it right for y'all, at 425, you got Boeing at 89. We running. What more can I say? What more can I say? I heard Jay say something, man. He said, I cracked the safe. You hear me? He said, I cracked the safe. I was listening to that Kingdom Come earlier. I mean, that American Gangster earlier. One of my favorite albums, for real, for real. You did. I'm just saying, if you're a trapper, this is what we do. We trap. Listen, trap house jumping is the new word for saying my stocks is running. Chipotle. Chipotle. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know how we living over here. You feel me? Chipotle, y'all know how we living over here. You feel me? So check it out. So currently, I got 3 of them for y'all. So if you don't know about energy stocks, man, you can get the energy ETF TAN. TAN is up 45% year to date. Y'all know what year to date means, so y'all good. It's up 45.3% year to date. Somebody in the group say, man, Trapper always say we do 8% in our sleep. But answer this question. Am I lying, Trappers? Am I lying? Look, one of my trappers said, I do this in my slumber summer. I ain't one of these half-bought newcomers. You know how I do in the summer. You already know. We do 8% in our sleep, man. We not even tripping over no 8%. Right? 8%. Good for you. We ain't mad at you for getting 8%. We did 8% in 2 weeks, probably. It's okay. Come on the other side, grasshopper. Right, but you can check the ticker symbol out, man. You can check TAN out, man. It's all love, man. So another thing I want to talk about too is, so let's talk about something major that happened today. I want everybody to be aware. We're going to close out on this because I've been had y'all here long enough, and I know y'all want to catch Master P because I want to catch Master P. That's my homeboy, right? But listen to me, and I want to talk about something. Trappers, I want to talk about 3 things in the group today before I end this. I'm not going to stay long. After I get off this, we're going to talk about these 3 things, and then I'm going to watch Master P on y'all, you hear me? So check this out. You already know. You already know. I ain't gonna get too. I ain't gonna get too much more of that. Sometimes I get carried away. I'm glad you jabbed me back in. You say, yo, that's module 9. Trap don't go in too deep. That's in the course. You heard me? You already know. You already know. Yo, I get excited sometimes. I apologize. I apologize. Don't fault me. You hear me? I be trying to feed. You hear me? You know, it ain't a drought over here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, who's Master P? Man, don't insult me like that. Don't do me that. Don't do me that. All right, so check this out. So something I want to talk about that I really want y'all to really tap into, man. I want y'all to pay attention to what's going on, man. So check this out. Amazon, Facebook, Google, Apple, and the Federal Reserve, they're all having to testify for more or less just being bullies in the game, right? The thing about it is, really, it's a facade. See, I know it's a facade. Nah, I go live on Tuesdays, but this was just a re-up because I missed Tuesday because I overcommitted myself. So I stand on a different kind of morals and principles, man. Right? I stand on the. So what I did was, I talked to Queen Ronnie Brown about doing something for her group, and I didn't realize the date was a Tuesday. So when I realized that it was a Tuesday, I was like, damn, this Trappin Tuesday. But I didn't want to back out because I'm a man of my word. So I filled it out and I said, yo, we'll just push Trappin Tuesdays back to Wednesday and we'll do the re-up. And then when we do the re-up, we just go ham anyway. So it is what it is. So I want y'all to know that it's all for sure. Right? So what happens is this. Now, do these companies bully other companies? 100%. But that's the nature of the game. It's the American way. All America knows how to do is be bullies. That's all they know how to do. So you think they're going to penalize somebody for being a bully? You think they're going to shut something down for being a bully? Nah. They ain't going to do that. But they got to make it look a certain way. They got to make it look a certain way. So let's talk about what's going on. So the first bully up to block, we're going to talk about Amazon, right? So they saying, Amazon, check this out, yo. Like, y'all bullying people in this e-commerce game. Like, y'all tripping. Y'all bullying people. Y'all can't do this. Right? Amazon purchased about 60 companies, man. Anybody that seems like to be a threat, they buy them out. So what happens is America says you got to give everybody the opportunity to have market share. Right? But they saying, Amazon saying, nah, we can't do that. But Amazon saying, yo, I'm an American made, American born. I'm a pillar of the American society. If you break me up, you break down America, which is true. And America doesn't want to be broke down. Right? So what they're going to do is they probably will fine Amazon just to make it look good. Right? Amazon not in the biggest trouble, though, appear to be. But Google, Apple, and Facebook, oh man, they in for it. See, because what Jeff doing is Jeff spread it out. Jeff said, I'm going to invest in this, I'm going to invest in this, I'm going to invest in this. Right? Jeff all over the place. So they just telling Jeff, man, look, bruh, you got this e-commerce on lock. Like, you got to open it up. But what Jeff's saying is, look, you got Shopify. They're the second biggest online dealer. So you can't really say that about me because they there. We just do our thing. So, they going to get on Jeff for a few things. But, it is what it is. But with Facebook, Facebook, Google, and Apple, they kind of going to send them through the ringer for a little while. Because they doing some blatant stuff. So this is what Apple doing. Yo, so Apple, with the antitrust thing, what Apple doing is Apple is saying, this is what they saying Apple doing. Yo, if you make an app and you put it on Apple, I need 30%. King of New York, man, nickel bag of soda park, I want in. Right? And so now, they're saying, Apple saying that if you don't want to put your app on Apple, then go put it on Google. Go put it on Android. Right? And I can always promise you that the Apple Store is way more popular than Google Play. I'm just saying. Right? So Apple charges people 30%. If you got a subscription through something on Apple, 30%. If you pay for one Apple, if it's 99 cents, Apple will want 30%. If it costs $2, Apple want 30%. If it's $100 subscription and it's on, I want 30% of it. So now people like, yo, man, Apple tripping. So Apple like, nah, we ain't tripping. Because when we wasn't this big, you wouldn't want to be over here. So we giving you our fair share. This the rent. You're not going to tell a landlord his rent too high. You're going to either live there or go live somewhere else. So Apple fighting that fight. Apple fighting that fight. Also, what Apple is doing is, so they're not all the way integrated vertically, but they not giving other people a chance to do other things on their platform. And the world is like, yo, you got to let other people come on a platform and do this. And Apple's saying, no, we don't, because we got fierce competition everywhere. You got Huawei, you got Google, and the man like, oh, you got is Google, fam. Like, chill out. And Apple like, no, we got fierce competition out here. You know what I'm saying? But they definitely making them pay draft. That's 100% paying draft. 100% paying draft. Right? So Apple even has Google paying draft. So think about this. Apple is competitor in that space as Google with the Android. But Google understands that Apple has more users than anybody. So Google pays Apple $9 billion with a B every year to make Google the #1 search engine on Apple. Google, you one of the richest companies too. You $1.5 trillion company too. You pay me draft as well. You pay me draft as well. You pay me draft as well. You want to be over here? You want to be the #1 search engine over here? You pay me draft. You know what Apple told Intel? We don't even want you no more, fam. We good. We don't want your chips no more. We gonna find somebody else. Intel took a hit, but Intel went to rock and something. We like, all right, cool, we good. We ain't gonna fall too much, but that's how much power Apple got. The iPhone is a huge base. It's a huge base. And the thing is, they're only gonna get bigger. It just is what it is. Because Apple have you locked in. Once you get on the iPhone, once you get the iMac, I got 2 iPhones, one for me, one regular phone, one business phone. My daughter got an iPhone, I got an iMac, my daughter got an iPad, and I got the PC, and I got an Apple Watch, and I got some goddamn Apple iPods. I'm locked in. If I lose my Apple, I'm out of here. I'm shut down. And so what America is saying is y'all got too much control, family. Now, we're not going to let you get out of line, so look, just break me off. All this is about is I'm saying you'll pop me off. See, because what happens is, because this is a new game, you got to make the rules as you go. So because you're making the rules as you go, you're like, oh, yo, no, nah. It's like this. Somebody come on my block and be like, yo, I want you to pay me for every nickel bag you get sold, every nickel bag you sold in. And you're like, all right, cool. And then you come back and say, yeah, you got to pay me for every nickel bag, but you also got to pay me for the traffic that you causing for people coming over here. You know, because people coming to you, that's cutting traffic from over here. So you got to pay me for that too. And you're like, hold up, bro, I paid you for the nickel. I gave you half of the nickel. I gave you something on the nickel bag. You're like, nah, but you got to pay me for that too. And because you're making the rules up as you go, I can't say no. It's either one or two things. I go to Wallstreet, I pay the draft, I go somewhere else. That's all. America like, yo, we kicking out all this money. Yo, let me get some of that, fam. Drop it off. That's what's happening right there. Think about it. Apple's biggest competitor is Google with the Android, but Google still paid them $9 billion a month, $9 billion a year. But that ain't even a drop in the bucket for what they make. They make $9 million in a month, probably. You know what I'm saying? So next we got Facebook. Now Facebook probably gonna be in the biggest trouble, right? Facebook probably in the biggest Facebook probably. Mark is a gangster, right? So what Mark doing is this. So Mark literally done bought 80 companies. Mark literally done bought 80 companies. Anybody that look like they about to compete with Facebook, man, let me get that. Mark literally like, yo, Snapchat, what? You know, Mark try to buy Snapchat. Snapchat say no. Mark jack the intellectual property. Like, man, I'm gonna do this over here then. That's why Snapchat couldn't shake back. Snapchat was their #1 competitor. So now what happens is TikTok is their biggest competitor. But because TikTok is from China, Mark like this, yo, I'm American made, I'm American born, I'm for America. You see what's going on in China, you can't let them come over here because he can't buy them. So now he gotta he gotta hate on them. You know what I'm saying? He gotta hate on them. Like, nah, y'all tripping. You dig? So that's what the whole thing coming on China is about, right? And because China got a bad name already, because they got a bad name already, like, yo, you known for selling bad product, bro. Even though your product be jumping sometime, you done sold some bad product before. So because you sold bad product before, now the other people on the block can say, yo, you know they sell that bad product. They might got some good product now, but they done sold bad product before. You don't want no part of that. So now what Instagram gonna do is now they're gonna bring out this thing called Instagram Reels, which is exactly like TikTok. See, Mark a gangster, right? So Mark is a gangster. So Mark about to be in trouble because Mark, it's called innovative equality. It's called innovative equality. Innovative equality is simply saying you're not giving other companies a chance to compete with you in this field. You keep buying off everybody. There's no way that you done bought Facebook. There's no way that you should be done bought Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. Yo, you can't do that. And when you didn't buy, when them people didn't sell, when them people from Snapchat didn't sell to you, you snatched their IP because they knew what they was doing. You added it on there. Now you about to roll out this Instagram Reels. You added it on there. Instagram also about to add, like how we got Super Chat on here. They about to add Super Chat to Instagram. Mark, like, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Mark, like, don't play with me. So what happens is Mark getting too big. Plus, Mark, now people are advertising hate speech. You know, all this going on, right? So they want them to break it up, but they not going to make them break it up. It's all a part of the plot. And the one thing America says is, yo, you can't be the big dog. When all America knows how to do is to be the big dog. But it's just the rules of engagement. These things have to happen. And when it comes to Google, they saying they doing the same thing. They like, yo, you the #1 search engine in the world. Like, you got to give other people opportunities to be able to search. And Google like, man, you tripping. Because Google knows that if you using my search engine, I can advertise to you. I can market to you. And if I can advertise and market to you, then you know them things that's called cookies. When you see cookies, all that's simply saying is cookies is when you see a site and it says this site use cookies, all they saying is when you accept that, now what happens is all your data, not your actual data, but everything that you like, everything that you go on that website and look at and all that, that's your cookie. So now when you go somewhere else, they already know how to send something to you. You feel me? So if you go on a site and say, this site use cookies, you're like, okay, cool. You press the thing to use the cookies. So now you go on another site, like, damn, I just was over, how that shit pop up? Because your cookies are your database on what you done looked up in your internet, what you done looked up in your phone and all that. So now they take that and now they retarget you so many different ways. Google needs that. Facebook needs that. That's how stuff you look at pop up on Facebook, pop up on Instagram, pop up on other things. They're using that. So what we need to do is technology is what we need to be at. It's not a bubble. It's the new norm. Listen, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a fiduciary. Investing comes with risk. So you must be able to manage and mitigate your risk. If you can't manage and mitigate the risk, then you need to seek out a financial advisor or someone who can help you. You may want to reach out to Rashad from Earn Your Leisure. He's a financial advisor. Everything I do is for entertainment and education purposes only. I'm just here to make y'all laugh and make it sound like I know what I'm talking about when I really don't. So never say Trap told you what to do, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. This shit just look good. I just think it look cool. But I think everybody should own one of those stocks. You should own Amazon, you should own Facebook, you should own Microsoft, you should. But remember, I ain't a financial advisor. I just make the shit look cool. You feel me? But with that being said, man, listen, man, I hope y'all enjoyed Trappin Tuesdays. I hope y'all enjoyed the re-up. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed the re-up, man. Listen, I appreciate you all. For sure. I got to go show the Trapper some love tonight. I got a couple of things I want to talk to them about in the group tonight. I just want to say, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Somebody said EYL is the new bullies of the online school. Let me Snapchat that so I can send that to my guy. Shout out to my guy from Earning Leisure, man. That's my brothers, man, for sure, man. But I just want to tell y'all that, man. I appreciate you all for sure. I appreciate you all. Trappin' Tools is back in full effect next week. We rocking. You know what I'm saying? Do me a favor, man. Just tell everybody what we doing. Right? Do me a favor and tell everybody what we doing, man. Tell them how we rocking on Instagram, Wall_Street_Trapper. Tell them how we rocking over here, in the trap on YouTube. So I just want to tell y'all again, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate my brothers from Earning Leisure. They always show love. Appreciate the Brody, Ian. I appreciate Mark, man. Me and Mark building. So just appreciate that, man. Somebody say bye-bye, cousins. So with that being said, man, I'll check y'all out next week, man. If y'all missed anything, man, do me a favor. Lieutenant Baker. That's how you feel, Baker? Man, family, Baker just can't drop the $99 super chat over here, y'all. That's how Baker feeling over here, you heard me? For sure, family. Baker, I appreciate that. Then that's one of my travel lieutenants, man. I appreciate that. This covered 3 months of Travels Anonymous. Who on it? Shout out to my guy, man. Shout out to my lieutenant, man. That's the love over here in Travels Anonymous, man. We a family over there, man. So with that being said, how you get access to the Travels Anonymous group. So let me say this, right? The Travels Anonymous group is wide open. We currently just hit 2,500 people in the group. I think we're a little bit over that. The group is less than $1 a day. Once this is over, you can look in the description and you'll see Trappers Anonymous group. You'll see the link. You click the link, you join. What happens is this. Once you get the link and you pay to get in the group, the next thing you need to do is email your Facebook name in the email that you're logging in with to the actual email inside of the module. Everything we do is inside of the group. Everything. A lot of people hit me and be like, Trap, I got the group. They'll email my team. They'll be like, man, we got it. We got the group. We came off YouTube. What do I do now? I've been waiting for 2 days. We ask that you give us 72 hours to get in the group because it'd be a lot of people, yo. And so with that being said, man, I love y'all. I appreciate you all for just continuously rocking with me, continuously building. With that being said, I'm out. 100.